It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. The 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Dorian O'Daniel.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
And for the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year in the divisional round. Yeah, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
For the Texans.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10. 7. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
26-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now these two quarterbacks in this one, Mahomes and Watson, so much in common. Drafted 2 picks apart from one another in 2017. Mahomes going 10th to Kansas City. Watson at 12 to Houston. Both Pro Bowlers early in their careers, of course. And Mahomes has the MVP and a Super Bowl ring, so he kind of has the leg up to this point.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Being chased out left. On under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
There's a familiar sight, J.J. Watt with the sack, and he's absolutely a force of nature when he's on the field. Unfortunately, he's only played more than 8 games once in the last 4 seasons, but when he plays full-time, he ends up being in the running every time for NFL Defensive Player of the Year, an award he's won 3 times in the past.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
So he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as Johnson odds poke free. Football's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
At the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson and Stills bringing it in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That is catch number 300 now.
Texans first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A toss, left side, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
Williams, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes,
A quick slant to Hill.
and he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Mahomes.
Quickly to Kelsey.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Eric Murray, the ex-Chief, has it.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Texans nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The third-year defensive tackle out of Florida State, Derek Nottie, with a nice play there. Started every game for Kansas City during their Super Bowl run a season ago.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the Texans' 14-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
To go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shit. Watch the shit. .24 is the mic.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Up by Juan Thornhill. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
31.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run it again with Williams. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. On first down, it's Williams. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Mahomes. He's got it to Williams.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Cobb to return. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They find some open. There goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 30, the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22.
It's now
so much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Hill on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Mahomes, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Down right around the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps. I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
They're not even trying deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
His kick is
and he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Chiefs 45, Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Oh, you got deep? Check 50. Check 50. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Three yards to go on second down, and they've got three tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Again, it's Johnson. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Watson a give. This is Johnson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Texans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. Watson now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
He's brought down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here now, the first NFL carry for the LSU man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And that's complete to Cooks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Thanks to Frank Clark. That play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he rifles one incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And they take a knee. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
All day, every day, any day.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
McCarron on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.